Welcome back and thanks for staying with us. It's now time for your midday sports report.
West Indies women's head coach Sean Dates says players must start believing in themselves. His comments come after the West Indies women were soundly beaten by 211 runs by India women in the first of 3 one-day internationals in Gujarat on Sunday. With one eye on the 2025 50-over World Cup in India, Dates says the team's...
So we haven't played much ODI cricket this year, so we've got to... Look, there's no lie that the T20 World Cup was obviously the focus for a lot of the year, and we played well there, but now it's switched over to ODI cricket. But before we get the World Cup, we've got to qualify for it, and we've got a lot of cricket to play before we even qualify, so we're not even thinking about that World Cup now. Now it's focused on 2 good games here, 3 against Bangladesh in January, and then hopefully we qualify. If not, we have to go to the qualifiers and play real good cricket and make sure we're here in India, and then we'll see what's happened, so we'll be a lot better prepared next time.
The West Indies women were bowled out for 103, with only 3 players reaching double figures, including Afi Fletcher with a top score of 24 not out. The second game will be played on Tuesday at the same venue. Arnett Gardens remain second in the Ray and Nephew Jamaica Premier League standings on 30 points following their 1-0 win at Dumbeholding on Sunday. Talisman Kimani Arboin's 7th goal of the campaign, the difference maker, as Dumbeholding had 2 goals disallowed. Arboin, with some individual brilliance, scored in the 14th minute.
It's tough for us to play on the surface. It's something that we're not really accustomed to. No excuses, but nevertheless, we knew before we got here that it wasn't going to be easy. And I'm thankful that we got all 3 points. Mount Pleasant maintained their top spot in the JPL standings with a 1-0 win over Portmore United. Shaquille Bradford getting the all-important goal. Meanwhile, defending champions Cavalier jumped up to 3rd in the table after their 3-1 win against Humber Lion at Stadium East Field. In other results, Tivoli Gardens blanked Malines United 2-0. Chapelton Maroons had a 1-0 win against Harbour View, and Racing United and Waterhouse played to a 1-1 draw. Finally, 2-time Grand Slam doubles champion Max Purcell has been provisionally suspended after admitting a breach of anti-doping rules. The 26-year-old Australian has taken a voluntary suspension after admitting breaking World Anti-Doping Agency WADA rules relating to the use of a prohibited method. Purcell, whose major titles came at Wimbledon in 2022 and this year's US Open, said he had unknowingly received an intravenous infusion of vitamins which was above the 100 milliliter limit allowed by WADA. Purcell said he alerted the International Tennis Integrity Agency ITIA, the independent body which enforces WADA rules, after the issue came to light when he received medical records last week. The ITIA did not detail the length of Purcell's ban, but it was effective from December 12. I'm Christopher Scott, and that is your Midday Sports Report.
Thank you, Christopher. And that's the Midday News. I'm Sandy Williams. Join us at 7 for Primetime News. On behalf of the news, sports, and production teams, good afternoon.